Hello students, welcome to my channel SST The Necessity. This is Archana Kapoor. Today I am going to start lesson 9 of history, establishment of company rule in India. In this video we will cover the following topics: the East India Company, Carnatic Wars, Battle of Plassey and Buxar, dual government in Bengal. In 1498, Vasco da Gama landed at Calicut. He was the first European to reach India by sea route. Then after, many European traders, adventurers, missionaries, they started coming to India. And India became a hot destination for other European countries. Trading companies established their trading centers near coastal areas, and these companies used to purchase raw material at cheap rates from India and sold to Europe and America. Let's know about, and later on these companies they competed with each other to gain more and more profit. Let's know about East India Company. East India Company was a trading company, and later on it became a imperial company. In the beginning, East India Company set up presidency settlements at Bengal, Bombay, Madras, and established friendly relations with local rulers, and even they signed many alliances. Alliances it was a kind of compromise. Indian rulers they got military help from the British, and British got profit from the Indian rulers. And the most important policy that benefited the British, it was divide and rule policy. It means they took advantage of internal rivalries of the Indians and made them against each other and weakened their power and unity. Slowly, EIC, East India Company, a trading company, became an imperial power. Imperial word mean rich and powerful countries control and exploit other countries. The main aim of all these companies was to get huge profit, and this led to competition among them. The French companies were the main rivals for the British. Carnatic Wars. Carnatic Wars were fought between the English and the French from 1746 to 1763. Both of them, the French and the British, they wanted to strengthen their position in India. Let's know about the first Carnatic War. The main cause of the first Carnatic War was Austrian War of Succession. War of Succession means a war to get position of a ruler, and this war took place between Austria and Prussia, and France and England were opponents to each other. French Governor General Dupleix was an ambitious person, and he wanted to extend his territories, so he attacked Madras and occupied it. Madras was under the control of the British. British complained to Nawab Anwaruddin, who declared war against the French. Nawab was defeated. At the same time, Austrian War of Succession also ended. French were signed a treaty, and British got Madras back. It was the end of First Carnatic War. Then Second Carnatic War started in 1749, and there were many causes of this war. There was a war of succession between Anwaruddin and Chanda Sahib. The reason was that both of them wanted to become Nawab. In Hyderabad, Muzaffar Jung and Nazir Jung, they were against each other, and both of them wanted to become Nizam. Muzaffar Jung and Chanda Sahib took support from the French and defeated Nazir Jung and Anwaruddin. You have to remember this combination: Muzaffar Jung, Chanda Sahib, French at one side, and then Nazir Jung, Anwaruddin at other side. Anwaruddin died, and then Nazir Jung took help from the British, and British defeated the French. Again, it was a humiliating situation for the French. And the result was that British won the war. Then Third Carnatic War. In 1756, the French besieged Madras. Besieged means surrounding or fencing a place. In the First Carnatic War, we have already discussed, Madras was given back to the British. And now again the French, they controlled Madras. It became the cause of Battle of Vandewash. This place is in Tamil Nadu. French were defeated, and Pondicherry was given to them under a treaty. After continuous victories, Robert Clive, the British general, he became popular, and Dupleix, the French general, he was called back to France. Later on in 1770, French East India Company was dissolved. The next battle is Battle of Plassey, and a historical battle, very important in the history of India. Before knowing about battle, you must know how Plassey got its name. Plassey is an anglicized pronunciation of Plassey, a Hindi word. The place got the name from the plash tree having beautiful red flowers. These flowers are used for making color. Why did the British wanted to control Bengal? The reason was that Bengal was a rich province. Province means state. They wanted to control it. After death of Alwardi Khan, the previous Nawab of Bengal, who was a powerful Nawab, then British started fortification of Calcutta. They started extension of fortification at Calcutta. And at that time, Sirajuddaulah was the Nawab of Bengal. When Nawab stopped them, they didn't listen to him, and battle was fought between Robert Clive and Sirajuddaulah at Plassey. Mir Jafar bribed the soldiers. Mir Jafar, who himself wanted to become the Nawab, he bribed the soldiers. That's why Sirajuddaulah was defeated, and Mir Jafar became Nawab. And British got a lot of wealth and gifts from him. But as he was not able to fulfill their continuous demands, so the British installed Mir Qasim as new Nawab. Mir Qasim, as soon as he became the Nawab, he granted equal trading facilities to British and Indian traders. The British could not tolerate it, as they considered themselves as superior than the Indians. They attacked Mir Qasim, who took shelter at Awadh, and it became the main cause of Battle of Buxar. So, Battle of Buxar in 1764. It was fought between the British and the armies of Mir Qasim, Shah Alam II, the Mughal emperor at that time, and Shujauddaulah, Nawab of Awadh. So the British won the battle, and in the end they got Diwani right. Diwani right, it means now they were able to collect revenue from Bengal, and we have already discussed Bengal was a rich province. So getting Diwani right, it was the biggest achievement for the East India Company. And then after the Battle of Buxar, dual government started in Bengal. Dual government, it means two types of government. Administration was in the hand of Nawab, but army, judiciary and the revenue, it was in the hands of the British. And then in 1770, when there was a famine in Bengal and so many people, they were dying of famine, and Nawab, he was not able to help the people as he did not have resources, and company was also not helping the people. That's why in 1772 dual government was completely abolished by Warren Hastings. Thank you very much.